G'day guys, welcome to Rumble's Fish Room. So, anybody else have to set a timer when they turn a tap on? I do. Basically, you know how I said the pond was leaking? It's always leaked and it's got huge evaporation. But I think what's happened is the solenoid that tops it up every day is broken. Because this time, instead of filling it up, I just let it drain, and I noticed that it is draining. It is draining, but it's draining at a pretty slow rate. But anyway, I've got 3 weeks off in like 2 days, so my plan is I'm going to clean the shed. I'm going to fix some leaks on the pond. What else am I going to do? I want to sell some fish. I want to fatten up some fish. So, I don't know. I was thinking about painting my car. So, there's a little story behind that. Basically, I built my in-laws' kitchen for free. Just material costs. So, he owes me painting my car for free. Just material costs, but like I would help strip the car and then put it back together. My biggest concern is what would be a 2 or 3 week project would accidentally turn into a 3-year project. But if I am going to do it, now's the time, because summer is when I don't ride my dirt bike, and if I take it off the road I can't ride my dirt bike. Anyway, let's get looking at fish, because that's what we're here for. Alright guys, I got completely sidetracked from the mission at hand, but basically I want this plate, but I want to show you how aggressive this fish is. You won't let me grab the plate. Oh, we got it. Alright, so I've got completely sidetracked. I put a girl down there with that boy. I changed this divider to clear because these two have got some sexual tension and I want them to be able to see each other. And then the original task at hand, cleaning this tank, I haven't even started. Alright, so I was trying to build a cage for this little girl, but then I was like, she's too small, she can fit through the cage. But then I was like, oh, I'll just put the boy in the cage and then the girl can go out of the cage. So one problem I've got at the moment is I don't have any breeder females. So what I do, hang on, let me rephrase that. I don't have primo aged females. So this girl here, she's laid, but she's quite small. So obviously way too small for this guy. But if I give her a whole 4 foot to herself and he's just next to her, she gets familiar with him, he gets familiar with her, and she gets heaps of space. Man, he's pretty... See how much he's clamping his fins? Being a sook in that cage. I don't really like putting in boys in cages. They definitely don't do as well as girls, but honestly, that boy there, he shouldn't do too bad. He grew up in quite a tight space. So if you don't know, that was one of my culls, maybe keep, and then he lived in a basket for like 12 months. And yeah, if you've been following the channel for a while, that boy had a pretty rough life. Well fed, clean water, just small spaces, and it's turning him, I think it's turned him into a fairly aggressive male. If you can't tell, I've got my full Flowerhorn mojo back. The African mojo's not back. Thinking about selling him. I don't know whether I don't know what price tag to put on him. I'm thinking about just putting him for like a low price. I'll keep the I can't sell my Madagascans. I was thinking about selling the Dover. I don't know. That's a big tank. That's 9 by 2.5 foot. You could breed 2 pairs in that. In saying that, I don't need more breeding tanks. I need more grow out tanks. So 1, 2, 3 breeding tanks, and I've kind of got a set up in that one at the moment. And then 4, this one over here, it's gonna get pretty crowded. So eventually my plan is sell a few more Africans, and a couple of the bigger ones will be batch grow outs, and then these ones will become single male grow outs. That's the plan anyway. And then like I don't really have any plans to isolate or grow out individual females. I do need to pick. I do want to get a select or 2 out of this batch quite quickly. If I could pick there's a silk there. Oh duh, their father's a silk. What am I talking about? I need to grow up. I just said I don't usually isolate girls. I want to confirm female out of that batch as soon as possible. These 2, are you going to do the deed? She's got a full belly there, but I think he just scares her too much. Oh man, in the camera that looked like eggs on the screen. It's just the air bubble under the glass. So if you don't know about this pair, I've got glass in the bottom of the tank because she lays on the glass and not on the plate, and I've actually lost like 3 batches just because I can't get them out of the tank. I've even pulled the parents out of the tank and tried to hatch them in the tank. But like the history is I've bred her like 4 times, super unsuccessful, and this guy here is the sole survivor from her, the single one. So I've got a white-eyed girl in there. I think it's a girl. Too small to vent. This one here is definitely a girl, and it's laid, but I don't really want to take the risk with a confirmed layer with him just yet, because I know she fits through the cage. This one hasn't got through the cage yet. This one's shorter but bigger body, so it doesn't fit through the cage, I don't think, whereas that one's more slender, less desirable body shape but confirmed layer. There's so many things you have to weigh up when breeding Flowerhorns, and obviously like when they're confirmed layer or confirmed breeder, like I don't know. So that girl there is better quality than that one there, but that one there is worth more to me right now than that one because I know that one lays. I don't know. I guess it's like pros and cons of anything. But I was meant to be putting a boy in that tank there. Oh, I've got a boy up there actually. Alright guys, so this boy here, he's actually the only boy that I've got from that breed, I think. This boy's from the gold base boy I had. I don't really plan to breed him. I don't know, he's a bit bland, not much colour. There's one thing I just noticed about him, but that would make me want to breed him. Oh, P.S. Bristlenose are disgusting. They destroy tanks. I just spent like an hour cleaning that tank. The bristlenose, they eat the wood, they break it down, and like all that brown that's like in there, that's all from the wood. So it's pretty much had like a 200% water change. Mason reefer in here at one stage. So you know how bang on about fish room musts, and obviously a squeegee is one, the floor squeegee is another, but I think I want a dustpan, and then I think I'll use this, maybe I won't use this squeegee, but I'll get another squeegee for the dustpan instead of the brush, because a squeegee and a dustpan would be sick for a wet floor. I'm pretty sure you can get wet floor dustpans. I need these guys to breed. I just need one mouthful, guys. Come on. I'm thinking about buying a packet load of frozen brine shrimp and frozen bloodworms and smashing it into fish. I also want to get some pilchards into these guys. There's only one that looks really, really bad, that one there. But I don't know how old they are. Like, I didn't buy them young. And obviously, Africans, I don't know if you've seen it before, but they do tend to go a bit skinny when they get older. So basically I wanted to show you how square this guy is. But yeah, I was thinking, like, he's not a very good fish. I wouldn't want to breed him. But if I press him against the glass there, look at his body shape. It's actually minty. Like, oh, is there a little bit of a deformity in his tail? Maybe. Don't stress about me handling Flowerhorn either. That'll be alright. So yeah, I just noticed that little bit of a deformity in his tail. It's not the end of the world, but like with Flowerhorns, if you've got like one thing you really don't like about a fish, you've really got to concentrate on not letting that breed through the next lot. So I've got a free tank up there now. Undecided what to put in there. I kind of want to pump this boy here. I think it's a boy. Frees up that space for someone else. There, let's do that. Alright, so one final summary on everything we moved. I let the V-Hut out and put the male in. My plan is just keep switching them around. I might try to do that with a couple of pairs. I've never done it before. I've always put the girls in the cage, but we're trying new things here. Alright, so we've got that square boy. Down here, this is the classic camphor girl. I don't know. I don't really plan on breeding those two. I want to try and get a decent shot of her. Obviously the tank's filthy. I thought she had a bent back, but I kind of think maybe not. Hopefully that was enough footage to justify what she looks like. I put, what do we move? We put a boy up here. Hopefully he settles in alright. He's a bit stunted. He does have big eyes, but what happened with that batch is they were basically they were 1 centimeter when I lost my mojo, and I started feeding him like every 3 days, and it's really prevailed as they've grown up. But I've said it only a couple of days ago, I've brought back stunted fish before, Africans, so I don't see why I can't bring this guy here. Check out, so he's like 14 centimeters, 13 centimeters. They were 3 centimeters for like 12 months. Alright, so then the silk boy went in there, and this fader girl, which I don't know if I've shown on the channel before, went in here. I think I was sleeping on her because she's a fader. Faders aren't my favorite, but she's honestly probably the better of the girls I've got at the moment. So fader cross silk, be interesting. There's a suspected girl down there. She's a bit of a cull, and I just threw her next to him for the sake of it. I think I showed that in a previous video. There's a girl here. She's absolutely amazing, but she's got a broken jaw. I don't know if it's a deformity or whether she broke it, but I'm 100% breeding that fish even though the jaw is broken. I'm pretty sure it's from fighting. I doubt it might be genetic. I guess there's only one way to find out. Alright, battery's dying. Alright, so the last one, this girl here with this boy. That pair, that's honestly a pair I don't know if I'll breed, but I really want a girl next to him so he gets comfortable next to a girl. Alright guys, we're dead. So I'm going to wrap that up there. If you like this video, give it a